If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. Here on Steep in the Woods, we live on top of a mountain, right? On top of a mountain. And for the past year, how we've been able to get access to our home site is by going all the way around the mountain for like a mile and a half through in four-wheel drive, right? Four-wheel drive is not a mile and a half to the grocery store with stoplights. But we do have a road right here. This is our driveway. But my middle name is Cautious, and I do not want to drive on a driveway that does not have gravel on it. At least not one that people, like, you know, it'd be different if everyone else was using this road, but it's not. It's a brand new road. One side you got a giant ass cliff. The other side you got a bank, which is good. It's better than two cliffs. But either way, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me to send Celia out at all hours of the day, whether she's leaving first thing in the morning or coming back last thing at night after dark. I cannot send her on her way unless I know that she can traverse, if nothing else, the road I have created for my family on my mountain is safe to travel. So it's all a matter of taking tons and tons of buggy loads on the ATV. However, we do have a secret project. We have like five secret projects, but two of them, one is super duper awesome secret, and the other one is just for hauling gravel. And I'm hoping our second truck load, we've almost done with the first one. The second one, the first one's been all done with the ATV and that little trailer. And primarily buckets. Right now we're using a box, but primarily buckets. But the next truckload will hopefully be done with our secret project. Either way, I'm gonna get to shoveling this, putting it down, and yeah, I'll go check the mail, come back with another load, and we will repeat for as long as it takes to make this thing a legitimate road. Dump truck driver just left. As you can see here behind me, we have 10 tons of gravel sitting here. Don't look like much, but by God, it's a lot of weight if nothing else. We got number 58 gravel. That is a smaller size. That's the smallest size that they carried. For one reason, it's easier to shovel, and that's exactly what we're going to be stuck doing, is sitting here shoveling this. Whether we get a small tractor with a little trailer, whether we got 5-gallon buckets or put it in the truck, whatever it takes to get it from here on our road. Well, here we are at the house with our 5 buckets of gravel. It's not much, but by God, it's a start. Gravel is one of those things you can do on any property, and you will get 3 to 4 to 5 times the amount of money you spend. For every $100 you put into gravel and place that on a road, you will get $400 or $500 back. So we're gonna go ahead and spread this out. We're not gonna do anything to the middle because that's just a waste, right? You don't really need the middle. If your tire is in the middle of this road, you're either climbing the hill or falling off the cliff. So we're gonna leave that and just gravel the 2 sides. That's honestly not bad for 3/4 of one bucket. We've got one hell of a way to go though. have about 75 feet of our driveway graveled. We've been using the Gorilla Cart and some 5-gallon buckets. The Gorilla Cart's just not working out as well as I would have hoped. Thank you, Ben, for sending it. It has definitely hauled its weight in gold. But it's time for him to retire back to the garden because we got a really good deal on a small lawnmower trailer. The only thing I have to add to an assembly like this is take your time, go slow, try not to lose any parts, and follow your instructions. However, I will also add that if you're building something like this with this many bolts and crucial bolts, get a little bit of glue. This is just Dollar Tree Fix All adhesive. The best thing to do is put them on your bolts before you put your nuts on them, but then you're just holding too many things. So yeah, just a little bit of glue on them, but an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of picking up bolts on a 2-mile long driveway. We've hit our first issue with this deal, which I guess is good because it's one of the last pieces we have to put into place, one of our last assembly bits. Everything else has been fine. I'm not a big fan of having 5 million bolts and 30 million pieces when I'm going to shake the bejesus out of it going up a mountain. But the only issue I have right now is that this piece right here is not long enough. I can fit my hand down here, so I'm supposed to put a bolt here, 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 and here. And they're small bolts, they're little bolts. So I've got to bend this up, and I can get 2 of them in it. So I can bolt it here and I can bolt it here, but this gap, this is going to be open, and this is going to be open. I honestly wish I'd have preferred to just have some longer bolts and not actually bolt this flush. But that's not what they did. So I'm not happy with that bit. This right here, I'm not happy with. Otherwise, the thing is okay. And that, boys, is how you assemble a Blue Hawk 10 cubic foot lawnmower trailer. We are going to do something different with the rear end and those bolts that don't make sense. We'll pick up some longer ones from whatever store we can find. Really, we go to Walmart for most of our stuff because that's about all we got here. But either way, yep, the thing is assembled and it's ready to start hauling gravel. I will not put all that much more gravel in this than I am the Gorilla Cart because I don't want to hurt my four-wheeler. That thing is crucial. Yeah, so I mean, I like it. It's okay, you know, for what we paid. It was $100, okay? So I'd have loved got it for 20, like everybody always says. Every time I ask someone, how much do you think that I paid? They always say, oh, that was free. And it's, nope, you know, I know I'd never get nothing for free. But yeah, this will be 100 times better because it's got much larger tires. All right, guys, I'm gonna give y'all a real-time view of going up here. This is our maximum speed with this much gravel. I don't want to risk it. Can't break my four-wheeler, although I need a dang gas thing. There's a creek right over there. We're trying to find a tractor that we can do this with. I don't want to, you know, the four-wheeler, it's got low gear. I mean, right now, we are absolutely crawling. But I like my four-wheeler. I don't want to put a bunch of gravel on it. Let's get a tractor that's designed to do that. Right tool for the right job. Get them big rocks. They're as big as my house, man. So right over here, you see all this water? There is one hell of a spring right up in that hole. And I've got the kit already made. Obviously, we sell kits, but a little bit later on, we're gonna dig him out and pipe this water underneath our driveway. So we ain't got to deal with all of this. God, we got so much gravel to shovel. I see somebody waiting on me. Hey, this is maximum speed, boys. Hey, camera. How's it going, buddy? Good job. We need to stop right about here. Gonna put on our parking brake. Stay back, girlie. I ain't got my chalk done yet. Get off and just pray. I want a second one. Thank God. I mean, I don't know where I'm gonna find a second something to chalk a wheel with. Well, I guess he'll work. And we'll cut him off. Good man. Good man. Last night, Celia came down in the four-wheeler with the trailer to get a load of gravel, and by God, we've put up one heck of a dent in that pile of gravel. We ain't got nowhere yet, but we're definitely moving a lot of gravel. And then it took her ages. Right about the time I thought I need to go down there and figure out what the deal is and try to help her, she came up in the Jeep because this would not start. Turns out the issue is the carburetor is leaking. And what is absolutely incredible is that a tough old Root had sent us a carburetor for this a couple months back. Now I was able to get a few more miles out of the carburetor on it, so I did not install it at that point, and I guess I should have, because here we are having to tow the deal up. But either way, we've got the carburetor on hand. I'm not 100% sure which person sent it, but I know it's one of two. It was either Niana or Small KY Homestead. Those are two of our tough old Root members, and I know it was one of them. If not, I apologize. Everybody's awesome. But either way, what we're gonna do is, while, you know, we gotta take a trailer up with us anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and put some gravel in it, and we're gonna tow this up with the Jeep. So getting one more, by far, the most interesting load of gravel we've gotten yet. So we've just got this old box right here, and there is a reason for that. So this trailer we got off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was really cheap. It was a good deal. We need another one, and it's not very robust. I've been meaning to tweak it some, put some more metal, some washers on it. But we've got two milk crates here in the back because we're going up a mountain. All the gravel wants to slide towards the back and put so much pressure. This is one of those dumping trailers. Puts an awful lot of pressure on this front hinge, and that's been the main place that it appears like this could break or wear out quickly. So we've got this little box here to hold the actual gravel. We've got our milk crates in the back so it can't go all the way to the butt end. And yeah, there you go. I mean, super, super professional. Absolutely. We know what we're doing. So this was a 10-ton, 20,000-pound load of gravel. And we're down to, what do you think, Celia? We got a fifth of it left here?
Yeah.
We moved a lot of gravel. My God. And we got just enough money, barely, for one more load, and hopefully that'll get our road at least traversable, if not perfect. Got to be able to get up there. Rock and roll, another load, man. Come hell or high water, we're gonna get a little bit of gravel. We got all kinds of tow straps, come-alongs, even portable winches. But since we got a winch on the four-wheeler itself, we'll just go ahead and use that. What I will do is I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this out, wrap it around the ball, put a little bit of tape on it. The tape don't have to hold any weight, just hopefully keep it from slipping off. And then I'll bring it back over here and connect it to this. So we'll have two strands of wire. Supposedly that makes it double as strong, but I don't know. But either way, two strands of wire should be perfect. Just unhook your winch, you know, into its freewheel mode and pull them out. Oh yeah, one of the things that I did, and I would recommend to everybody, so this is a 2,500-pound winch, and it comes with a really thick wire, but wire is way stronger than you would ever think. So what I did was I pulled off the wire that came with it, got a smaller one. This is still 4,000-pound breaking strength, but I was able to put 100 feet on it versus the 50 that was on it to begin with. So either way, definitely do that. You don't know when you're gonna need an extra 50 foot of cable here. That looks pretty good. We're gonna wrap them around. Yep. I'm gonna pull on this, try to make sure they're both the same length of strand. And then I've got always carry this with me, a little roll of electrical tape. This is my favorite tape. I keep one in my pocket, I keep one in the vehicles, I even keep one in the kitchen, because it's just that useful. I'm gonna put a little bit on it just to keep this cinched up. And we'll be ready to take off, go up the mountain. So there's the winch. It just goes down here and connects to the frame. And then on the Jeep, just put a little bit of tape on it, hopefully keep him still. And we're off like a herd of turtles. Look at all that wood. They was logging over here, and they got the, you know, around here people use everything. So that them little cut ends they couldn't sell for lumber, they cut up and use them for firewood. So right now we're going up and over the backside of the mountain on a maintenance road. But hey, we got a load of gravel with us. So I mean, even though we got to go the stupid way, we're a little bit closer to getting our own road. Time for puddles. And here we are home, man. We got a little chicken coop over there. There's my dog. What's up, boy? I'll come let you off in a second. Little tower house and my truck. Well, here we are back at the house. We got our gravel. Even though we had to go across the mountain, we brought some gravel with us, which gets us that much closer to having our own road. I don't really make how-to videos because they never go well for me, and there's a million of them. You know, I'm not an expert at nothing. I can fix stuff. I do have a couple different mechanic and projects that I'm bringing y'all along with as we speak. We're about halfway through with both of them, but we've got all kinds of stuff that needs fixed. Mopeds, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, go-karts, mini bikes, chippers, tractors, you name it. If you can fix stuff, which I can, it is at least possible, you know. I can read and both my hands work. Not that one, not perfect anymore. Then always buy broken stuff and fix it. Pocket that money, don't waste your money. But either way, I've got my carburetor. Thank you to that tough old root. It came with a fuel filter and everything, which is an upgrade for this machine. I've got my toolbox. I need another one. I'm also looking for one of those that's crucial, old mechanics chests, the wooden ones with all the little small drawers in it. If you guys see any of those, please let me know. I want to make it an apothecary box, and I'll bring y'all along for that hobby. But I also need a regular toolbox. This one's getting sad. But yeah, we got a carburetor, toolbox, fuel hoses, fuel filters, hose clamps, and something that needs fixed. So here we go. I cut the camera on just for a second to show you guys what I'm doing with this choke, right? So the choke that was on it had a plastic threaded piece here, and that's how it connected to the carburetor. However, the plastic, it was too big. Everything else about that carburetor is perfect. It's the right one. I know it's the right one. But they just happened to change the thread size at some point. Now in this kit came this little brass piece right here. And this is the correct size to thread in to the carb. But this doesn't fit in this end, right? Like you could put it like that, but you see how short that is? It's gonna be on choke 24/7. We've got to actually get this inside of it far enough to where the machine's not choked. So what we're gonna do is I'm taking my drill bit here, and which you need to run it backwards for this. Otherwise your drill will grip and just, you know, it'll push itself through, creating its own threads. So you run your drill backwards. We're gonna bore out most of it, but not all of it, so that this will slip inside. And then we'll put a little bit of glue or epoxy, whatever happens to be in my toolbox, and we will have replaced that plastic piece with a little brass one. And we are done. The new carburetor's on. It was harder than I expected. I mean, it was the right carburetor. I knew that, but I still had to modify it with drill bits and whatnot. But either way, the thing is back together. The plastic never did fit perfect, but it's on there. It looks like it did before, so here we go. Not running perfect yet, but it's good enough for me. Maybe there's some kind of break-in period. I don't really know. I'm not a professional. I just fix things as they break and learn just a little bit every time. But either way, it's getting dark and we still haven't got our nematodes. So I'm gonna run bugs, man. I'm gonna run down and get those nematodes, drop off this gravel, hopefully get just a little bit more, and not only, you know, make some progress on the tick front, but also make some progress on the driveway front. And there you have it. That not only is our road, that's how we are doing it. No, it's not perfect, but it's what we have, it's what we can do, and it's what we're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with ATVs, I'm comfortable with small trailers, I'm comfortable with my two hands. And you know, it's not the kind of thing you got to get done all at once. Every bucket or every shovel is there forever. You will have to patch holes as you squish it or kick it off, but really, I've just got to do the road official one time, and then from there, it's just patching small issues. So, either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I can't say that I did, but I was glad to have company with it. As always, remember, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. You can help support the project. The links below, including carburetors. Wait, nope, somebody already got that. No carburetors, unless maybe I should. There may be a carburetor by the end of this, but until next time, here on Steep in the Woods.